Welcome to the Smiles Are Wild channel, brought to you by Pediatric Dental Associates and Orthodontics. My name is Amy Morgan. We will be bringing you fun and educational videos weekly to help you take better care of your child's oral health care needs at home and on the go. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to see all of our new videos. And remember, it doesn't really matter how you take care of your teeth as long as you take care of them from the beginning. Hi, good morning. I just want to start off by saying thank you for watching us today. If you are watching this now and you're watching from the beginning, you're going to be watching the replay. So if you'll go ahead and type #replay and let us know that you're watching, we'd appreciate that. Just to get started today, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Amy Morgan. I'm the marketing coordinator here at Pediatric Dental Associates and Orthodontics. I am at our Bentonville location today. And today we're going to be covering a very important topic, especially going into the hottest part of the year here. We're going to be talking about the importance of hydration. We're going to have a few points to go over as far as how that's important for your health, but also how that's important for your mouth. And we want to make sure that if you are watching this and you do not already like us on all of our social media accounts, that you go and like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can even download all of our video content into the form of a podcast so you can listen to that as you're on the road or at any point in time if you just need to get a little bit of that information. We do have a podcast out there that's available on iTunes and Spotify, and all of those items can be found by searching Smiles Are Wild. So we hope you'll go ahead and do that. We always try to have some fun content, fun contests, education, and different things going on within our practice. So we hope to see you over there on any of our social media handles. Another thing we want to discuss real quick is to make sure you're sharing this video. So if you're watching this video, go ahead and share and let us know where you're watching from. We will choose a share winner from everyone who shared this video to win a swag bag. And we still have to do last week's drawing as well. So we'll get all those done this week. And then last but not least, as far as all the things we need to talk about, is we did announce a patient party for anybody who's local here in Northwest Arkansas. We announced that last week that our patient 20-year celebration is going to be on Thursday, August 8th. We did sell out of over 500 tickets in less than an hour and a half. So that was kind of crazy. We will have a few more tickets that'll get released maybe later this week or early next week. So you want to make sure your notifications are on for our page so you can see when those are going to go live. Again, the tickets are free. We just ask that you bring a donation of some school supplies so that we can give those to kids in need here in our community. So today we are going to be discussing water, lots and lots of water. So the title of our presentation for today is Brush, Floss, Hydrate, Repeat. So as we approach some of the hottest temps of the year, we want to remind you to be sure to hydrate while you're participating in outdoor activities, especially. It's very important to have water intake no matter what types of events you're participating in, just no outside activity. We need to make sure that we're intaking water just for our overall health. But, and it seems like that would be common knowledge, but especially going into this late part of July, the hot parts of August, kids are starting to get out and get back into their sports teams. I know football practice is starting up for some, elementary, middle school, junior high, high school teams. Volleyball started back for some kids. Kids, lots of kids play sports year round. So, we just want to make sure that you understand that hydration is very important to prevent heat exhaustion. So one of the things we want to discuss today is that last year we attended an event with a local foundation known as the Kendrick Fincher Hydration for Life program. We learned a little bit about what their program was. They've been in the Northwest Arkansas area, I believe, for around 24 to 25 years. I can't remember. I may be a little over on that. But they are a local foundation that promotes hydration. So they want to make sure that they're doing everything they can to educate our youth on what you should be doing, especially during outside activities and especially to prevent heat exhaustion. And they actually have an event coming up this Thursday. It's called the Heat Fest, and kids are free. So that's going to be this Thursday, August 1st at the Grove in Lowell. And it's going to be to kind of kick off August as Heat Stroke Awareness Month. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to noon. There's going to be some fun and games for kids and family. Those items are free. And then after that, there's a lunch and some different types of tournaments. They're going to have a bago tournament, a pickleball tournament, a volleyball tournament, and a human foosball tournament. So that sounds like a lot of fun. When we're off of this broadcast, we'll go ahead and click a link for that. You'll be able to see that in the comments. But again, that's the Kendrick Fincher Hydration for Life Heat Fest, and that's going to be on August 1st, which is this Thursday at the Grove in Lowell. So we hope some people can come out to see that and kind of get some more information regarding their foundation and kind of what they're doing right here in Northwest Arkansas to educate our community about staying hydrated. And they do have something that I thought was really cool that I wanted to share before we get over to the oral health side of what water can do for you. We take kids sports and everything pretty seriously around here in Northwest Arkansas. So we want to make sure that while we are promoting, competition and things like that, that we're also taking care of their bodies. So Kendrick Fincher Hydration for Life program has something called the Hydration Gameplan. And I'm going to go over the four things they've listed. And then again, I'll put that link so you can come up with your own hydration game plan. But they have 4 points they want to make sure that every parent kind of has in play for your child. So the first one is to know your sweat rate. And basically that just means staying properly hydrated. It's all about maintaining your body's fluid balance so that there's never too much or too little. Athletes need to know how much they sweat and how much they need to drink to replace it. So what I gathered from that is just, put back in what you're taking out. You're going to sweat a lot of that water out of your body, and so you need to make sure you're replacing that at a normal rate. Then they talked about hydrate before, during, and after workouts. Again, we feel like this is a very common thing that most people understand, but unfortunately there are people who are not doing this. So we want to make sure that you're hydrating before. It gives you a head start to help you compete at your best. During, it gives you the energy to keep you going. And after, it helps you to replace the fluids and electrolytes that your body loses during sweat. And all of these are vital to your body's recovery. So obviously you just want to try to drink water as much as you possibly can. We always promote water as far as the beverage you should be drinking. Number 3 for them says choose the right beverage. And it does say water is the best source of hydration. However, from the hydration standpoint from sports, they are saying that you should do a properly formulated sports drink is best when you've been sweating for more than an hour. And that is due to the electrolytes that are in it. Okay, so you want to replace those electrolytes. So we do agree with that. There are sugar-free versions of that you can get that'll be still healthy for your child's teeth. So, sports drinks are okay, just in moderation. During a sports event, it's totally fine because of the electrolytes. But if you can choose that sugar-free option, that would be awesome as far as how your dentist feels about that. Children should avoid any fruit juices or carbonated beverages, caffeinated beverages, and energy drinks immediately before and during activity. We recommend you stay away from a lot of those and only do fruit juices with meals, but we understand that can't always be done. So as far as hydration, the fruit juices can slow down the absorption and cause an upset stomach. So sometimes they're just not taking in a lot of that, the actual hydration side of drinking something. So it can cause their stomachs to get upset. Carbonated beverages can can make your mouth dry, make you not want to do it, make your throat burn, that kind of thing. Energy drinks should be avoided anyway. They just have way too much caffeine and way high carbohydrates in there, which can slow fluids from processing through your body. And so then once you've chosen the right beverage for your child and figured out what they need, the other thing we want you to do is talk to your kid about speaking up. So if it says speak up if you feel ill. So we know that, sometimes, especially with older kids, they don't want to tell the coach that they're having a problem or they're feeling sick or whatever. But we want your child to feel comfortable speaking up for themselves and telling the coach that maybe something doesn't feel right, or that they're telling a teammate, so that they can get the rest and fluids that they need. Okay. So those are 4 things that are on the hydration game plan from the Kendrick Fincher Foundation. And we're very happy they were able to share that with us. We appreciate their time kind of allowing us to talk about that today. And again, just before we get over to the smile part of the water, remember they're having an event on this Thursday, August 1st at the Grove in Lowell. It's free for kids from 9 to 12. Okay, so now one of the things that we tend to worry about as far as your dentist here is we want to make sure that you're drinking water because it's actually good for your mouth. It's good for your smile. It's good for everything that's going on in your body. So there are 4 things that we feel are important for you to know. And the first one is that obviously water helps clean your mouth. Water cleans away food and germs that can develop throughout the day. So drinking soda, juice, and other beverages can actually leave sugar behind. So you may feel like that acid is cleaning off your teeth or whatever you may think about acidic beverages or things like that. But in reality, it's just clinging to bacteria that may already be there and leaving sugar behind. So, that can then turn into bacteria, which then can cause decay. Water also helps to dilute any acids. So, if you are having a sugary beverage or something like that, we're not saying that everybody can't have fun and have something delicious or whatever, but we want to make sure is that you're rinsing your mouth. So you want to get all those acids out of there, the sugar out of there, and water is the perfect thing to do that with. It's why we brush our teeth with water. The other One of the other things on our list is to make sure that at some points that you're drinking tap water. Now we know bottled water is very easy, on the go, things like that, but most bottled waters do not have fluoride in them. So you want to make sure that you are getting fluoridated water. City water is fluoridated in most of our towns around here. So it is key to preventing dental decay. Fluoride actually strengthens your teeth and can be found in most city water. There are some bottled water brands that include fluoride specifically for kids. So I know at one point the Dannon brand had added fluoride into their bottled water. We're actually seeing a rise in decay because parents are using bottled water to make bottles, like formula bottles for their children. And so it doesn't have the same amount of fluoride as it would have if it was in the tap water. So just be mindful of that. We know that sometimes you're going to have a bottle of water, and we completely understand, but just make sure they're getting that good, healthy dose of the fluoridated water that comes from the tap. Okay. And then number 3, and this was something that I found very interesting, is that water prevents dry mouth. So staying hydrated helps to produce the right amount of saliva that will then in turn help to prevent bacteria from forming. So a lot of people with dry mouth end up having more cavities because they have nothing in there to kind of get all the bacteria moving and get it out of their mouth. So the more water that you drink, the more hydrated you are, the less likely you are to have dry mouth. That one seems pretty simple. And then number 4 seems very clear to me, but as far as the health wise, it is calorie free. So water is the healthy body option. Consuming sugary beverages that has been a major contributor to the increasing rate of obesity in the United States. So we just want to make sure that we're promoting water to our children. So even if they're not playing sports, even if they're not outside sweating or anything like that, as far as like things that are healthy for them, have them choose water. I know even for my own children, it has been an event. I have a 9-year-old and an almost 12-year-old, and I've finally gotten the almost 12-year-old to understand that water is okay in between meals. So I have a few hints here to try to help your child to drink more water. We hope that you'll try some of these out. Let us know in the comments if something else works for you. So tips to get your child to drink more water. Number 1, this is the one I like because I tend to go for this kind of thing, but it's to get them a special cup that is only for them and their water. So find a sippy cup that they like of a character, or all the glittery tumblers, or if it's a monogram cup or a cup with their name on it, anything to promote that it's going to be a fun process of drinking water. But a special cup that's directly and only for their water, may encourage them to drink water more often if they get to use that cup. Then at the right age, you can allow them to get their own water from the fridge dispenser. I thought this was genius. As soon as they're tall enough or old enough, you go ahead and just let them get their own water from the refrigerator in their own cup. This makes them feel like they're older. It's kind of like getting a prize. They feel like they're growing up and they get to kind of do some things on their own. It's also a way to teach them to be responsible. So I thought that was a really good tip. You can also set water intake goals with a sticker chart and reward them when they meet their goals. So just like any cleaning chores, anything like that, you can actually have a water intake chart that says, okay, I drank 5 cups of water today, anything like that. We do understand with younger children, especially during potty training, the water intake may be a little bit different, but we still want you to understand that water is the healthiest drink for them to have. And then the last most important thing is to lead by example. So as parents, as caregivers for these children, we need to make sure that they're going to do what we're doing. They mimic us all the time, whether it's the good stuff or the bad stuff. And so if they see you drinking water, if they see you, really being healthy with your drink choices, then they're more likely to mimic that and do that. So just lead by example. Make sure your children are seeing you drink water often. Another thing that comes along with water and being safe and preventing heat stroke or heat exhaustion or things like that are that as we start to get into this period of playing sports, and more kids are playing sports right now, we want to remind you that all children should be wearing a mouth guard when participating in sports. You can pick these up at most Walmarts, Targets, or Academy Sports, any kind of sports store. We also make custom ones here in our office. So if you're interested in pricing on that, if you have an older child that you want to try to get something a little bit more custom made for them, you can contact us. Our number here is 479-582-0600. We would be happy to talk to you about that. You can also email me directly if you have any questions about getting a custom mouth guard. And my email is amy@smilesarewild.com. We have gone over a lot today. I hope you'll go back. I hope you'll share this with your friends. Let them kind of know why water is important. Even when you're sharing with your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your anybody, make sure that you're promoting the water as a healthy option for even other kids that come into your community or into your life during the day. We just want to make sure these kids stay safe, that they stay healthy, and that they're staying hydrated as the heat and the humidity, especially in our area, starts to rise. Thank you all again for watching. We really appreciate the time that you take out of your day to watch our videos. Again, if you are not subscribed to our social media handles, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and iTunes on podcast or Spotify at Smiles Are Wild. Thank you again for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and go visit us on smilesarewild.com.